Good evening, everyone, and welcome. Welcome to the third element from the five. So we already covered two elements. We started with wood element and the fire element, and today we gonna go for the earth. For the ones that is the first time, my name is Paula Madeira, and I'm a Qigong instructor, and I guide people in order to teach others. So we are doing a series of 5 webinars, one for each element. And in the end of each webinar, if you are in our newsletter, and if you missed what we talk, we can send you the day after. So make sure that you subscribe the newsletter. And if after this you feel inclined to learn more about Qigong, learn more about how to teach others, you're more than welcome to join the new program that we have coming up. So feel free. But before we go into that, we are going to talk as usually a little bit about this element, which is the center of all of them and very important. So this element, the earth, as I explained on the first live that we did, this element in the old days, it used to be in the center, because the earth is in the center. So, and in the body, this element represents the center of the body. So, and in the center of the body, we have the belly button, we have the digestive system, so we have a lot going on. And it's a wonderful way of exchanging and taking out energy, and this time from the food that we eat. So the earth element is very much connected to the digestive system, and also feeds from it, feeds from the type of food, the amount of food, and the quality of the food that we ingest. It's very important to eat a proper food with good nutrients, so our chi will be at its peak. The problem is when we don't ingest proper food, what happens here is that the body, because it doesn't have enough energy, goes to the kidneys. And when it takes energy from the kidneys, from our source, our main, the base, we start to deplete this area. And as we know, the kidney, we'll talk about it a little bit more, not in the next webinar, but the one after the last one. But this is the center of, kidney is the one that supports the energy, and is very much connected to the energy that our parents pass on to us. So if the body doesn't have good and enough energy from the elements, from the food, it goes to the source, goes to the base, goes to the kidneys, and takes that type of energy, which is bad because the decay in the body starts to go really fast, and we start getting older very fast, apart from depleting the energy from the other elements. But anyway, so we have the earth in the center. In the center of the body, we have the digestive system. And now we are going to see what is this element related to. So we have, let me put this here. Yeah, like this is better. So this was from last time. Yeah, earth. I don't know if you can all see, but if not, you get this in written if you are in our mailing list. So the earth is connected to the center, as I said, and is also connected to the digestive system, is connected mainly to stomach and spleen, is connected to the pancreas. The color of this element is the yellow color, as I have today, and is also related to the end of the summer. So before we have the summer, they have this extra season. We have is the time that they harvest the grains. So this is also related to this element. So we have the end of the summer, but in women, for instance, this element is also connected to the fertility, to motherhood, and to sharing. Everything that has to do with nourishing and with sharing has something to do with the center and this element. This is an element that is very important in women. Men are more related to the liver, and women are more related to this element, the earth element. And why? Because of the fertility, because it's connected very much to the blood and the chi circulation. And when we give birth, well, to get pregnant, to give birth, to feed, all of this is connected to blood. If we don't have a good blood supply, and if the blood doesn't run freely in the body, so we might have problems of fertility, we might have problems breastfeeding, we might have problems with pain during the menstrual cycle. So this element is very important to be nourished in women, in both men and women, but more in women. So as we've seen in the previous elements, all of them are related to, or they have parts of the body that we can relate to. And here in the body, we always relate. Here is missing something, an L. So is related to blood, to chi, and very important to the muscles. Okay? If we don't work, if we don't have this element nourished, muscles start to lose the tone. It's also related to the immune system, is very important, and the red blood cells. This is in Occidental medicine. The parts of the body that is related to is the lips and the muscles that I already said. There are ways that I can find out if my spleen is working properly or not. And one of the ways that I feel that is not working very well is when I start to be more tired all the time, or especially after the meals. This is one of the signs. Another sign is when I start bloating after the meal. So I eat and I get a very big tummy, which is also a sign that my center is not working properly. In terms of the head, sometimes we feel, or when we feel foggy sensation, as if we have a cloud inside of our brain, it also means that my center is not working properly. And then we have the swelling, but also, and we haven't talked about that yet, when there is a lot of secretions, a lot of nose secretion, vaginal discharge, that later can be or transform in nodules and cysts and all of that. Now, one of the things that the spleen does is to hold the other organs, support them, lift them up. So when the chi of this organ or this area is down, you might have your your bladder, your ovaries, or your uterus might go down, which sometimes happens after birth, vaginal birth, when there is a lot of strength that we do, so you might lose that. This is one of the ways that we need to work. The center is not only to go to the gym, which is good if not in excess, but also we need to nourish with proper food, so the amount of energy that goes into our system comes from the food and not from our kidneys. Otherwise, it's bad. One of the things that is very important in the center is that in emotional terms, in terms of emotions, this has to do with not only the center of the body, but has also to do with the way that I look at myself. How do I see myself when I look at the mirror? What is the impression that I have of me? Do I have my act together? Do I like myself or I don't like myself? And again, in the psychological part, this is again the center, me. How do I relate with myself? So you can see that people who have addictions in general usually have a spleen that doesn't work as good as it should. For instance, when we depend upon others, the codependency, that is the spleen that is not working. When I'm addicted to someone, something, drugs, pharmaceutical, recreative drugs, any type, alcohol, that means that the spleen is not working. When I have problems, for instance, with food addictions, that is another a sign that the spleen is not working. One of the other things that is very important in the body is that the spleen, it resolves the humidity that we have inside of the body. If that is not processed properly, we are going to have a lot of secretions. So this is another sign that we need to see, is that if there is vaginal discharge, nose discharge, all of that, that means that the spleen is not working. And then we have all sorts of food that is good and things that we shouldn't. For instance, what is recommended here: stews, cook food, stews, more stews. The taste here is the sweet, but we shouldn't eat too many. And in terms of vegetables, you have everything that is yellow or orange is good for the spleen. Sweet potato, carrots, pumpkins, corn, cabbage is not orange. Onions are good. Turnip, broccoli. These are the foods that are good. In terms of beverages, we have the chamomile tea, fennel, and lemon balm. In terms of grains, soybean, chickpeas, beans in general, pearl barley, millet is good. And then we have things that we should avoid. Things like frozen food, fast food, cold food, even the drinks, cold drinks. We should always warm the drinks before we have them. Or in the summer, you have, of course, you're not gonna warm up Coca-Cola or beer. We should in the summer drink more cold stuff, and during the winter we should always, even the water, be at room temperature, so it doesn't harm the body. Okay, so this is one of the few things that we can send you then by on our newsletter that will be ready either today or tomorrow. And now is the time that I'm inviting you to do some exercises. So, just going to take this out of the way. I hope you have some room and we are good to go. So today I have my trousers from the Qigong, the therapeutic Qigong course, which I teach for the last, been teaching for and running for the last 18 years. So this is a pair of trousers that we have and that people like a lot. But anyway, so legs shoulder width apart, and we are going to let loose the arms. Remember that today we are working the center, so we're going to do exercises for spleen, stomach, when we work in physical terms, we're working also our mind. So this is a body-mind teaching. Okay, so here, sorry, but this is, I never know, yeah, I think I'm fine. So here we're gonna warm our hands, as usual. We always start by unblocking the energy. Face, feel your face. Allow all the worries to go down the drain. That is another thing that is related to the spleen, is to worry too much. And that's not good. Okay? And now I'm going to use my tongue and just go around the lips, because the lips are connected to the spleen. As if you have some sugar, some savory stuff on your lips. Okay, and now I'm going to move my head. And now the shoulders, to allow the energy to move. And now I'm going to follow the flow of energy of the meridian. So I'm going to go down this way and up the other side. And the same to the other arm. And now I'm going to go to the center, and I want to work all these parts. So I start by doing this, spleen and liver. Warm up. And now I'm going to move around belly button and go up clockwise. If you have some problems in your intestine, work the other way around. Otherwise, clockwise, it's fine. Groin region. And we're gonna go to the legs, down to the sides, up, front. And last but not least, the kidneys, which are going to support the rest. Okay, we always go for a standing position, tree position. Of course, I'm not going to be here for a long time. You can also do this at home at your own pace, but feet shoulder width apart. Is important that your back is more or less straight and your head is straight, so you have like the Tai Chi pole is straight. And now I'm going to position the center of my hands, the Lao Gongs, one to the liver and the other one to the spleen. open up a little bit. And here I can close my eyes if it's more comfortable, or look 45 degrees to the floor. And the idea here is to connect the center of your hand to both organs, okay? So when we focus the attention in one area, the blood supply will increase and the chi will go with it. So we have more energy in the spleen and the liver. And you can be here for as long as you like. Try 2 minutes first if you feel comfortable, and then go for 5, and if you want to be half an hour here, you can. We're just gonna close because we have other things to do. Inhale as if we have 2 buckets of water. Inhale, inhale, exhale through the Tai Chi pole or central channel and take all the toxins to the ground. Again, inhale, inhale, exhale, and move. Now we really want to create space in this area. So what we are going to do is to create a chi ball, okay? Chi ball is nothing if we don't work the inside of the body. So let's do something very advanced. Let's put the hand on our right hand side, and you're going to inhale and try to push your hand out. And then you do the same with the spleen, side of the spleen. And now with both sides. Go sideways. We need to create space so we can feel with energy, and also to work different parts of the body. Okay, so we're gonna go back to the energy ball. And we're gonna go up, stretch, and then you are going to move slowly and look at your heel. Exhaling, turn to the center, inhale, exhale, and you close your body. Now turn the ball. Inhale, inhale, exhale. Always respect the 3 parts of your back: lower, middle, and upper region. Rotate the ball. Inhale, inhale, exhale slowly. Come to the center. Bring the ball to the center. You can here either think about the spleen and the liver. If not, we're going to work from the belly button to central, the bone here, which I don't know the name in English. So we're going to inhale as if we increase the size. That's why we were working with the liver and the spleen. Exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. Feel all that area with chi. Exhale. Create some space so the organs can work better. Exhale, inhale, exhale. And we're gonna go down. Inhale, inhale, exhale. so you can see one hand in middle of your shoulder blades, the other one on the top of the head. Is not the same as the previous exercise, because here we're going to work all the movement of the chi, spleen and lung, but is going to be similar as we are going to exhale. And when we inhale, we go to the upper corner of the room, opening up the chest. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Show up. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. So now we have the spine working. Everything that we work twisting is good for the organs in the middle. Exhale, bring it down. Again, inhale. Exhale. And we're gonna go for the last one. Inhale, tummy in, tummy in. Now with the knuckles you are going to move and massage just underneath. Well, if he's a woman, is the lower part of the bra. If he's a man, is the space of the sixth rib. Is a low point that is going to connect the lung and the spleen. And we're gonna go down. Inhale. Exhale. Always close. It's good for the perineum to be closed down too. Okie dokie, and now we're going to sit down. Find a chair, some comfortable, in a comfortable position. Okay, and we are just going to do a small meditation to thank our spleen. Okay, so we are going to close the eyes and think about the lips. We can either massage with the tongue again or just squeeze, just feel the lips. Now you're going to visualize in front of you a cloud, yellow color. You're going to inhale through the lips, and you're going to direct that color to the spleen, which is on your left hand side, and allow that color to go around the spleen, inside of the spleen. Allow it to nourish and to clean all the debris of the skin, the spleen, sorry. Allow all the worries to go out. And now we are going to start exhaling through the mouth and you are going to visualize a darker color. So we inhale through our lips, go to the spleen, and exhale through the mouth as a dark color that represents all the toxins, physical toxins, mental, emotional, spiritual. Let it all out. Do it with intention. Relax the spleen. Take all the debris out. And now we're gonna focus on our heart. Inhale and exhale. Relax your heart. And we're gonna take the energy from the heart to the spleen. To thank the spleen for all the work that it does for us. Keep a smile on your face. Inhale. Exhale. Feel the inside of your body. Inhale. Exhale. And we're gonna bring the energy again to our hands. Face the heart. Can rotate a little bit the chair. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And again. Last time. Put the hands together. Thank you very much. So this was the earth element. I hope you enjoyed it. And we'll be here next week with another element. It's going to be the metal element connected to our lungs. And we're gonna talk about everything that is connected to the lungs, which is important, especially after COVID and all of that. The lungs are very important, and some of us are still recovering from it. So I hope you have enjoyed, and don't forget to subscribe the newsletter or the YouTube channel, so you can either see the video on YouTube channel, or you can have all the things that I talked about we send in the newsletter. So I see you next week, and have a wonderful week.